Shalom. It's a brother of Israel, Amawan Ibad. I'm back again with another lesson to the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. And first and foremost, I'm going to go ahead and give out honor and glory and praises to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai Ba'ashim Rakakadash. And that's our Heavenly Father, who the world ignorantly calls God, and His begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, whose name is Yahweh Shai in the Paleo Hebrew, okay? The ancient Hebrew, the Lashawan Kadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who taught me this truth and rule well. Salutation to the brothers out there pushing this truth and laboring in truth and sincerity and in charity, risking their lives and freedom to do so. To you I say shalom. To the Akim and the Akwath, that'll be you sisters and brothers out there. Hopefully by the end of this video you'll be edified, Lord willing. Okay? Shalom to the hopeful elect. Okay, so today, this is going to be a short lesson, okay, with a situation that's the most recent situation going on in Haiti. This story is just came out of the press today, actually April 28th, okay, but I believe this happened yesterday in Haiti. Okay, so I put my disclaimer out there. Fair Use Act, USC Code 17, USC 17. This article, I don't or have the rights or own the article or the video that I'll be showing. This is just for educational purposes. Okay, so with that being said, I'll just jump straight into this article. Okay, and it reads, gunshots rang out and cars are set ablaze in Haiti as police officers protest against government corruption. Okay? Let's read that again. Gunshots rang out and cars are set ablaze in Haiti as police officers protest against government corruption. So, this, brothers and sisters, we're in some serious times. We're in some serious times, okay? You know, this is another it's basically another uprising again, you know. So these you're supposed to use these things to measure the time, as the scriptures say in 2nd Ezra 9:1. Measure the time diligently within itself. That when you see the signs and things, certain things come to pass, as uprisings and different sorts of things, then you would know that is the very same time that the Most High will begin to visit the world in which He made. Okay, roughly paraphrasing. Okay, so these things are happening all over the world. So this is just another story that you could use for an example so that you could see these things are happening all across the world, and it's unfortunate, but these things are going to happen. Okay, they're just going to happen because the scriptures say the love of many, you know, the heart of many are going to wax cold. You know, as it get closer and closer to the appearing of the coming of the Lord. Okay, the heart of many are going to wax cold. Okay, so as I said, this was meant to be a long lesson, but I'm going to go ahead and read the article. I'm not really going to make the sound play because I don't want them to strike my page, but let's go ahead and let's read the article, right? And it reads, riot cops storm the finance ministry in the capital, right? Let me turn it down because I'm not going to let the volume play. I really want to play. I'll just turn it down and show the video so they don't strike my page. But it reads, rioting cops stormed the finance ministry in the capital over complaints about their pay and working conditions as COVID-19 rips through the impoverished Caribbean nation. Videos from the scene show cars set ablaze and government buildings being stormed as Haitian police took to the streets of Port-au-Prince on Monday. So again, this was yesterday. Officers went out to protest their pay, okay? Working conditions and government corruption against the bleak backdrop of the COVID-19 pandemic, which has put further strain on the country's dire economic situation. So as you can see, even this pandemic, this COVID-19 thing right here, that has the whole world in lockdown right now. You know, food is becoming scarce. People can't really go nowhere too tough, you know. And a lot of places people can't really get out, you know. And I mean, look at the conditions of this. If this police rioting and stuff like that, and then you got the regular citizens joining in and stuff like that, it's like, how can you even tell who is who in a crowd like that? This is very, very unstable, and it's not a good thing at all. It's just not a good thing at all. I mean, you seeing people walking around and they don't even have on like uniforms and stuff like that. How can you tell who is who? That's ridiculous. Let's continue on reading. Riding cops calling themselves Phantoms 509 or Ghosts 509 exchanged gunfire with their colleagues. You see this? Let's read this again. Rioting cops calling themselves Phantoms 509, Ghosts 509 exchanged gunfire with their colleagues sent in to quell the protests. Wow. An SUV was even used as a battering ram against the gate of the finance ministry as the dispute turned even uglier. You can imagine that? You can imagine that? A force against itself. A masked rifle-toting member of the Phantoms 509 who claimed to represent officers killed while on the job told news outlet VOA Creole, "We still haven't received what we asked for," as some civilians also joined the protests, which have sprung up periodically since October last year. Okay? So you know this thing been ongoing in Haiti, back and forth, back and forth. They always having uprisings, you know. And the more we get to the closer to the day of the coming of the Lord, all over the earth basically is uprisings and things. I mean, if you look at France, they've been going over a year. Okay, they coming out of quarantine to riot. You know what I'm saying? In February, clashes between police officers and the army saw one soldier fatally wounded following a shootout. Right? So that's the end of that's the end of that right there. And it's just it's ridiculous, man. It's, trust me, we are in some serious times, brothers and sisters. So what I'm gonna bring out a few scriptures, and then we're gonna be closing out the lesson. Okay. So let's get to a few scriptures I got lined up here. This is 2 Peter. We're gonna begin from and when you see things like that, sometimes your mind just go across 2 Ezra chapter 15. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the famine and destruction draweth nigh. You know, for one people should stand up and fight against another. Right? The scripture's been coming out so much. 2 Ezra chapter 15 and 2 Ezra chapter 16. But I'm not going to read them today in this lesson. Right? This is 2 Peter 2 and 9. The Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations. The Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations, and to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished. But chiefly them that walk after the flesh in the lust of uncleanness and despise government. Presumptuous are they, self-willed. They are not afraid to speak evil of dignities, whereas angels which are greater in power and might brought not railing accusations against them before the Lord. But these, as natural brute beasts, made to be taken and destroyed, speak evil of the things they understand not, and shall utterly perish in their own corruption, and shall receive the reward of unrighteousness, as they that count it pleasure to riot in the daytime. Spots they are and blemishes, sporting themselves, Salakia, with their own deceivings while they feast with you. Okay, let's jump down to verse 18. Verse 18. For when they speak great swelling words of vanity. They allure through the lust of their flesh, through much wantonness. Too much wantonness. Okay? Those that were clean escaped from them who live in error. While they promise them liberty, okay? While they promise them liberty, right? They themselves are servants of corruption. For whom a man is overcome, of the same is he brought in bondage. Okay? Let's continue on. This is Galatians chapter 6 and verse 7. Be not deceived, for the Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he reap also. That shall he also reap. Right? Verse 8. For he that soweth to the flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption. So if your mind in carnality, the only thing you're gonna reap is corruption. You got to be in the spirit. If it's always about physicality and gotta get physical and just being in envy and strife and you're just thinking wickedly all the time. You're thinking carnal. For he that soweth to the flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption. Right? But the people that are spiritual and looking forward to the day of the Lord and trying to humble himself and be meek and righteous and upright. But he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting. Right? So let's get one more. Because as I say, this lesson wasn't meant to be long. Right? This is Matthew 24 and 12. And because iniquity shall abound, right? The closer it get to the coming of the day of the Lord, mankind heart is going to wax cold. Right? The closer it get to the coming of our Lord and Savior. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Okay? But he that endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Right? He that endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Okay? So brothers and sisters, as you can see clearly, these times that we're in right now, I believe what it is, 2 Timothy 3 and 1, if I'm not mistaken. It tells you, say, in perilous times, in the last days shall come perilous times. Okay? In the last days, perilous times shall come. Okay? Let me get it real quick. See if that was it. 2 Timothy. So we know, say, yes, this know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. Right? For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of the Most High, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. From such turn away. Okay? So brothers and sisters, try to be around like-minded brothers and sisters who seek in the Lord. Okay? As I say all the time, I try to bring it out in my lessons every chance I get. Isaiah 55 and 6. Seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call ye upon his name while he is near. Roughly paraphrasing. Okay? Ecclesiasticus 5 and 7. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. For the wrath of the Most High will go forth. For the wrath of the Lord will go forth, and in thy security you will be destroyed. Okay? And perish in the day of vengeance. Roughly paraphrased. Okay? So as I say, brothers and sisters, this lesson wasn't meant to be too long. It's just showing another episode, another event of the signs of the times, or rioting and things going on all over the earth. And that's making you know, as it says, you got to measure the time diligently, as it says in 2 Ezra chapter 9 and verse 1 on down to about 5, and let you know that the Most High is about to visit the world in which he made. Okay? So with that, brothers and sisters, I hope you were edified. Until the next time, I'm going to say shalom.